This is about the 10th time that this story's been regurgitated over and over again, and it's kind of a classic lesson in kind of the swamp in how fake news narratives are started. What this stems from is that the Trump campaign has went to Facebook and Instagram to say, look, we need to be able to use your platform.
That is Devin Nunes facing renewed, I think, pointed questioning about the likelihood that Donald Trump is about to go on all of these other platforms. Now he pivots to Facebook because Trump did ask to be brought back onto Facebook. Facebook is letting him back on, and he will be using it for advertising. That is a convenient out in the argument for Devin Nunes. Like, oh, this is just about advertising. It's not about like reaching an audience, except the story is not about him getting back on Facebook. That's not why he's being asked these questions. It's about Trump going back on Twitter. Not only a direct competitor, if you can even call Truth Social a competitor to Truth Social, but they literally just stole everything about Twitter. They still look virtually identical. It's just far less successful. Trump obviously wants to go back onto Twitter, not just for the advertising, but the massively expanded reach. And we're just like a month or two away from him having to make a decision about whether he's gonna re-up his exclusivity with them. So Devin Nunes can poo-poo those concerns or say like, oh, you're bringing this up again. But this isn't like the other times. It really does look like Donald Trump is going to start tweeting again, which would be financially devastating for Truth Social, a company that has already lost 80% of its value since last March. Miranda, I know it's tough to predict these things, but do you think that he is going to return to Twitter regardless of what Devin Nunes says?
Oh, I think I could be wrong, but I think he's absolutely going to return to Twitter. I think that he was on Truth Social because it's what he had. And he, talked it up because he was on it and he made of it what he could. But I think he absolutely is really butthurt about not being on Twitter. And the moment he can get back on Twitter, it's bye-bye Truth Social. I don't care because I can do whatever I want and I can break contracts if I want. And it doesn't matter because there's never any consequences for me. And I think he's 100% just going to jump right back into Twitter and leave Truth Social behind.
I certainly think there's a good chance. And why wouldn't he? So they started up this company and maybe it could have gotten big or whatever. Maybe every right winger could have gone there. I think that was always going to be unlikely because for the right wing, social media is partially about being able to post absurd racist stuff or whatever. They get off on that, but it's also attacking and trying to hurt the other side. That is one of the core appeals for them, and you can't do that on Truth Social because nobody other than whack job conservatives are there, and so. That's never gonna be enough for Trump. And I'm not saying that he'll stop posting on Truth Social. I think his tweets will automatically be reposted on Truth. That's it. I don't think he's gonna log into their app, assuming they have one. I don't think he's gonna care about it. He's going to move on with his life, and Devin Nunes is gonna be holding the smoking rubble of what that company could have been. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.